Last time, we explored how humans learned to make tools, and how language was born. Humans had tools and language, but they still wandered every day in search of food. Staying in one place was not yet possible. Then, 12,000 years ago, everything began to change. About 12,000 years ago, the Earth's temperature began to warm. The last ice age was drawing to a close. Around that time, in the region we now call Turkey and Syria, in a place known as the Fertile Crescent, someone planted a seed in the ground for the very first time. Not just picking up fallen seeds, but digging into the earth, burying the seed, watering it, waiting. This simple act was the beginning of the greatest revolution in human history. Today, the agricultural revolution. The story of how a single seed built civilization. Before agriculture, humans were hunter-gatherers. Every day was spent moving in search of food. Picking fruit, digging roots, hunting animals. Hunter-gatherers needed just 3 to 4 hours a day to secure food. The rest was spent resting and socializing. They ate a diverse diet, and showed strong resistance to certain diseases. In many ways, the hunter-gatherer life was genuinely good. So why did humans turn to farming? The exact reasons are still debated. Climate change, population pressure, the chance discovery of certain plants. Most likely a combination of factors. As the Ice Age ended, wild wheat and barley grew in abundance across the land. At some point, someone thought to plant those generous seeds themselves. Agriculture began independently in multiple places at nearly the same time, with no connection to one another. Around 12,000 years ago, in Mesopotamia, wheat and barley were cultivated for the first time. Around 10,000 years ago, along China's Yangtze River, rice cultivation began. Around 9,000 years ago, in Central America, teosint, the ancestor of corn, was first domesticated. Around 8,000 years ago, south of the African Sahara, sorghum and millet were cultivated. In each region, independently, different people arrived at the same idea. This was no coincidence. Climate change made agriculture possible, and humanity seized that opportunity simultaneously across the world. The start of agriculture completely transformed human existence. First, settled life began. To plant seeds and wait for the harvest, you had to stay. For the first time, humans remained in one place for extended periods. Villages appeared. Then permanent homes. Second, population exploded. Agriculture could feed far more people from the same area of land. 10,000 years ago, the world population was roughly 5 million. After agriculture, that number rose dramatically. Third, surplus food appeared. Food left over after eating. This changed everything. With surplus food, not everyone needed to farm. Some made pottery. Some wove cloth. Some built structures. Some fought. Some prayed. Some ruled. Division of labor. Birth of hierarchy. Seeds of the state. All of it began with surplus food. The need to record that surplus emerged. The seeds of writing began to sprout. But the agricultural revolution did not bring only good things. Archaeological evidence shows height decreased after farming began. Bones became less dense and more fragile. Why? Hunter and gatherers ate a varied diet, but farmers depended on just one or two crops. Nutrition became dangerously narrow. Livestock introduced new diseases: smallpox, measles, influenza, originally from animals. And inequality was born. Who controls the surplus food? Who owns the land? This marks the start of class and power. The revolution made humanity stronger, but also more unequal and vulnerable to disease. And yet, humanity did not stop. They built more, fed more, gathered in ever greater numbers. 12,000 years ago, someone planted a single seed in the ground. That person had no idea what they were starting. But that seed grew. Into villages, into cities, into kingdoms, into civilizations. The bread you eat today contains 12,000 years of human history. Starting next time, the story of the ancient civilizations begins. People gathering beside rivers. The world's first civilizations rising from those riverbanks. That story begins next time.